Hello, welcome to this update. Let's see the severe weather and some other stuff, mainly severe weather and heat wave. So let's see. We have a slight risk today in parts of Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, and Iowa, parts of western Indiana. So let's see. And a marginal parts of Idaho and Montana, a marginal in the northeast, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, and New York, and Massachusetts. So and a marginal from Texas to Michigan. So let's see. Tornado threat is only 2%. Parts of Illinois, Missouri, Wisconsin, and Iowa. But be aware there. Let's see. Hail 5% in the Montana, Idaho area, in the northeast, and 15% there in the Midwest, and 5%. So this is actually wind. So wind, let's see, 15% there in the slight risk and 5% in the marginal risk areas. So this is wind. So now hail just 5% in the northeast and 50% there in the plains in the Midwest as well, and 5% from Texas to Michigan. So let's see. And general risk of thunderstorms throughout some other areas. So let's see. Scarce severe thunderstorms are possible in parts of the Midwest through tonight. Severe and gust capable of wind damage and large hail are the primary risks with stronger thunderstorms. So stay safe there. For tomorrow, there's a big marginal risk from parts of Colorado to New York, so a big area, and general risk of storms in other areas. So tornado threat is less than 2%, but always be aware, they could add something. Wind threat is 5% in the marginal, and hail threat a smaller 5%. So at least strong to severe thunderstorms may develop Friday over parts of the Great Lakes into the Ohio to Tennessee valleys and potentially across parts of the Ozarks into the central southern plains. Damaging gusts and occasional hail should be the main threats. So stay safe for Friday, yes. And then now for Saturday, a still marginal risk in parts of the east, from Mississippi to New York. Let's see, and general risk of storms parts of the west, the plains, and the southeast. So 5% probabilistic. Isolated strong to severe thunderstorms may occur Saturday across parts of the mid-Atlantic into the Ohio Valley, Appalachians, and southeast. So stay safe there. Let's see now some models for today, Thursday, August 15th. So it shows that low pressure there in Minnesota, bringing those showers and storms into Wisconsin and Illinois. Then later through this afternoon it continues there, but we start getting those storms firing in Iowa there, storm or two in Minnesota, but mainly in Oklahoma, in Iowa and Missouri there. Shows some stronger storms firing in Iowa and then going through Illinois there into Indiana later. So Missouri, southern Missouri, storm or two in Oklahoma, be aware. And let's see, a storm or two in Florida this afternoon. But those storms there from Iowa into Illinois, I think are the main threat. So shows some storms maybe in Idaho or Montana, a storm or two in Oregon, some showers there. Some in Mexico, let's see, a shower or two in Wyoming, Colorado, but nothing crazy. And a shower or two in the northeast, maybe a storm or two. So let's see, stay safe. Let's see, the Cape might be high in Missouri, southern Iowa, but especially Missouri, some more Cape this afternoon into Illinois there. But later you see that Cape disappearing is when the storms cross there and start eating the Cape up, and then the night comes and we usually have more energy during the day. So let's see, so be aware. And some excessive rainfall is a slight risk for flash flooding in parts of Illinois, Missouri, and Kentucky and Indiana, and a marginal from Oklahoma to Michigan. So be aware there. Let's see, for tomorrow, a marginal risk of excessive rainfall, parts of some areas there, from Kansas to Michigan. Let's see later For Saturday, shows two margins, the southwest and the east. Sunday shows another margin in the southwest, part of the Rockies, and the northeast. And then next Monday shows another marginal in the Rockies and southwest, and another one in the northeast. So be aware. Precipitation for today, mainly with the storms in Missouri and Illinois, some in Iowa, more in Wisconsin, more rain in North Dakota, the West, Montana, Oregon, Idaho, some in Washington, more in Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, some more tropical rains there, and more in the Northeast. So for Friday shows more rain from the storms further south into Tennessee, and more rain there from the cold front, also in Canada and parts of the southeast. For Saturday shows more across the east there, especially Pennsylvania. Let's see some in the west, especially the Pacific Northwest. Let's see next Sunday shows more in the east, eastern Canada and northeastern US. Shows more in parts of the southeast, the Bahamas, let's see, and western Canada. Day 5, next Monday shows more across the northeast, parts of the south, and some scattered and isolated parts of the west. Day 6, next Tuesday, more in the southeast, northeast, and parts of the north. Day 7, next Wednesday, more in the southeast. So let's see. Days 1 through 7 shows more in Utah and Arizona, Pacific Northwest and Canada. Shows a lot in Missouri, Tennessee, and Illinois, a lot in Florida from all those days of thunderstorms. Shows more in the northeast, parts of the north and Canada. So be aware there. Now let's see. It's just a model here for something with the storm. So let's severe weather here. So the significant tornado parameter, there's some in Missouri there, some higher parameters, but they kind of dissipate later. Let's see later into this afternoon, start showing more in Illinois. There's some slight tornado parameters. Then later it grows in northern Illinois and parts of Missouri. Some more tornado parameters. Let's see. Later continues mainly in Illinois. And let's see, but this is already late what I'm showing, and then it kind of dissipates later in the night. So let's see the updraft helicity, the full run. So it shows more there in Illinois, especially some in Iowa, the probability for rotating updrafts and strong thunderstorms with hail and wind and everything shows more. Let's see some slight parameters in parts of Idaho and Montana. And let's see, let's just go a little bit earlier to see something. So yeah, this is mainly it. Let's see. So let's see now some heat wave stuff, because we have that heat wave building the south today. That there's already a lot of extreme heat risk and major heat risk across the south. Major in Florida, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma especially. Some majors in New Mexico, and those extreme heat risk in Texas there. So be careful there. Some moderate heat risk in the southwest, some other areas. Then Friday, tomorrow, more extreme heat risk in Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, some in Arizona. By Saturday, still some areas of extreme heat risk in Arizona, in New Mexico, major heat risk across the south, and that big area of extreme heat risk in Texas there. So please be careful there. So let's see, extreme long duration heat with little to no overnight relief affects anyone without effective cooling or adequate hydration. So please be careful there. Let's see some moderate heat risk further north too, in the southwest. But really, like, going to next week into Sunday, still a very big area of extreme heat risk there in Texas, Oklahoma. Monday, still a big area there of extreme heat risk, and then major heat risk in other areas. Tuesday, still a wide area of extreme heat risk, even in Houston, across many areas of Texas. Next Wednesday shows an even bigger area of extreme heat risk. So be careful there in Texas. Some moderate heat risk in the southwest, in the southeast. So be aware there. Let's see now some temperatures. Alright, it shows today some hundreds in Texas and Oklahoma, more 90s across the southeast, some parts of the Ohio Valley, some areas there, and the southwest. For Friday to tomorrow shows more 100s in Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, in the southwest. Be careful there. More high 90s in the southeast. So be careful. Let's see. Day 3 shows more 100 in Texas, even to 106, Oklahoma too. More 90s further north in the west, and even the southwest 100. In the southeast some 90s. And then for day 4 next Sunday, so still some 100s in Texas, 90s for further north, and the 100s in the southwest, some 90s in the southeast. Next Monday shows still close to 108 in Texas, and the heat indices, the feels like, will be even higher. More 100s on the southwest, 90s on the west, in the north, and the southeast. Next Tuesday, I think, shows still more 100s in Texas, some 90s in Oklahoma, Kansas, and further north, 100s in the southwest, southeast. So stay safe, especially in Texas. Let's see. Day 7 next Wednesday still shows more than 107 in Texas, some 90s in other areas, in the southeast, in the north, and 100 on the southwest. So be careful with that heat. Let's see. And the max wind gust for today, Thursday the 15th, shows windier near the coast of California. Some mountains there might have some breezy conditions. Some areas of Idaho, Montana, northern plains show some more wind across Lake Michigan and some other areas. And of course, that's Ernesto in the Atlantic. So let's see. So be aware, and this is not considering the severe weather. The storms there in the afternoon will have way stronger winds than this, potentially into the 60s miles per hour or even more. So be careful. These hazards change all the time, but let's see. You can always check here. There are heat warnings already in Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Tennessee. Heat advisories in the south, red flag warnings in the north, some air quality advisories, and some smoke advisories in parts of Montana, because all the smoke coming from Canada. So then smoke advisory. So be aware there. This is mainly it. Stay safe. So in Canada, we have some areas of stronger thunderstorms possible in Alberta and Manitoba. Some other thunderstorms in other areas. Let's see. For tomorrow, still some thunderstorms, but not as much as today. Northwestern Territories, some storms possible, some wind and some rain. And for tomorrow, doesn't show anything. In Ontario, some storms possible in the gray areas too. Let's see, for tomorrow, still some storms possible. In Quebec, show some stronger storms in southern Quebec possible. Be aware there's more storms throughout other areas, southern, southwestern Quebec. British Columbia shows, let's see here, for Thursday, more storms in southern British Columbia, and some other storms in Yukon, some other areas possible. Nothing crazy, just be aware. Some storms possible in Atlantic Canada there. Is this today? Yes. So let's see another forecast here. So they have this forecast there. Some severe possible in parts of Manitoba, northwestern Ontario. Some severe possible in southern Saskatchewan, southern Manitoba. General risk of thunderstorms throughout those areas. Some severe storms possible in parts of Alberta, southwestern Alberta, of the foothills. Some storms in British Columbia. More storms in Yukon, Northwestern Territories, northern British Columbia, and Alberta. Some storms possible, as isolated storm or two in southwestern Nunavut and northern Saskatchewan. So let's see. And for tomorrow, so that was today. Now for Friday the 16th, still some severe storms possible in British Columbia and Alberta there, and some general risk of thunderstorms throughout other areas. So be aware. And for Thursday the 15th for today in Atlantic, Canada shows that severe possible in southern Quebec, like I showed you, so be aware there. Some generous storms in parts of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and other areas in Quebec there, so be aware. Let's see some stuff. Wait, so let's see what the HER has for southern Canada. So it shows all those showers there in southern Saskatchewan. Some more storms in southern Saskatchewan this afternoon. They could be stronger. And you see there in southern Alberta and British Columbia shows some really stronger storms there through Montana, Alberta, and British Columbia this afternoon there. So be aware this evening too. And southern Quebec shows a stronger storm or two there in southern Quebec and New Brunswick. So be aware there. And then all that rain in Ontario there from that system, maybe a storm or two in Manitoba. So be aware there. Let's see some stuff. North America. So it shows the storms there in Alberta and British Columbia. Some storms this evening in northern Manitoba and Ontario into Hudson Bay. And then Friday shows more storms, some in Quebec, some in Ontario. Let's see some more there for the west, especially Saturday and Sunday shows a little bit more storms in Western Canada, more rain in Alaska from those systems, and then Hurricane Ernesto there, potentially affecting Newfoundland by Monday the 19th. So be aware, this is mainly it. And let's see just some hazards. So we have some severe thunderstorm watches in Quebec and parts of Nova Scotia. Heavy rain is possible in isolated thunderstorms today, so mainly some heavy rain. Let's see, but there can be other hazards. Severe thunderstorm watch in parts of northern Nova Scotia for some heavy rain too. And this is all air quality advisories for a bunch of smoke there from the wildfires. Air quality advisory in Manitoba. Air quality, let's see, more some fog advisory and even some air quality advisory. Let's see, parts of Alberta. Air quality statements in British Columbia. Let's see some air quality statements. Air quality advisory. Let's see more air quality advisory, but even the Northwestern Territories. And yeah, so be aware. Let's see some. Where's the satellite? So now that haziness is smoke there from the wildfires that came off of Western Canada, got blown east, even to the northern U.S. Some smoke. Let's see, still some wildfires, some areas of the U.S. there, and some isolated dry thunderstorms possible in parts of Oregon and Idaho. So yeah, stay safe. Let's see. Just some temperatures. It's still very warm there in Ontario, especially in Western Quebec, even 30 into the 20s, and warmer in southern Alberta, Saskatchewan, and British Columbia. In parts of Labrador, some 20s too, New Brunswick. So yeah, a little bit colder tonight, but warmer temperatures there. So be aware, and this is it. Thanks for watching.